do what you want to do with your life, right? Don't go be doing something you don't enjoy. Don't do something don't get locked into, you know, a car that you can't afford and doing something crazy because you need the money. Don't do that. Do what you want to do. Do what the fuck is it that you really want to do? Because if someone else is doing it, you can do it, you know? I mean, everybody makes their own path through this world, but a lot of people don't follow the path that they really feel pulled to. You know, just for whatever reason, they got negative programming. You know, when they were kids, someone told them they couldn't do it, or told them to take the shortcut, or take the shore route. That's a sad thing, man, when you talk to dudes, especially like talented dudes, and they don't follow up with what they want to do.
Oh, I'm glad I started the day with my back not hurting. Oh, yeah. Feels good. Oh. Blood, sweat, and tears, right? Blood, sweat, and tears.
You should figure out how to do a job that doesn't involve you walking in mud all day. And that's possible, because somebody else has done it. And it doesn't mean, I don't buy the idea that, you know, the society the way it is right now, it has to be this way. Someone's always going to have to work at Burger King. Someone's always going to have to. I don't buy that. I think people are pretty fucking flexible. If you look at the broad spectrum of humans and human behavior from different cultures all over the world, it's pretty obvious to me that there's a lot of different ways that people can act. We don't have to have fast food workers. We don't have to have people who work jobs. We don't have to. We just need to figure out how to restructure society so everybody somehow or another plays a part, has something to contribute, has something to share. I mean, that's what a real society is supposed to be like. I give you some coconuts, you give me some fish. You know, we make a deal, and you do it back and forth and left and right. And when there's nothing to contribute, then you start looking, the president needs to give us jobs. We need jobs. So instead of something to contribute, you just find something to do with your time. And then it becomes about doing that more than it becomes about finding something to contribute. So society gets wrapped around becoming a part of a machine. Society, instead of becoming a bunch of individuals that are expressing themselves in unique ways, and everybody sort of borrows and shares and sells this and you sell that, and we all sort of figure out how we can contribute in a society, we got sidetracked and diverted into these boxes that they call companies and corporations, and we got stuck into these containers that they call cubicles or offices, and we got forced into this system. So our time, instead of it being invested in making pottery or fixing cars or doing something where you have a passion or you have some sort of a connection to, instead of that, you've sold your life to sit in a box and work for a machine, an uncaring machine that demands productivity. It doesn't understand you. It doesn't want to understand you. It has a bunch of very strict things in order to keep the humor at a minimum in the office, just in case one of you kids says some stupid sex jokes that gets them sued and they have to give somebody $1 million. So get it together, and this is your life now. No natural behavior. Everybody's wearing clothes they don't want to wear. Everybody's showing up and doing something they don't want to do. They have no connection to. That's the problem with our society. And then what's the reward for all this stuff? Go home, get a big TV. Go home, you're going to get a shiny belt buckle. You're going to get a nice purse. You're going to wear shoes that you couldn't afford last week. You're going to get that dream car. And every week we're chasing down this new object. And every week we're trying to fill this hole in this sad shadow of a life that we've been left with after work. That you work 8 to whatever the hours a day plus commuting, and then you're like this. And that's your life. That's your real fucking life. All that other stuff is not your life anymore. All that other stuff is work. And most of us have committed to that. I know you've been there before, and I've been there before. And we understand that it's a trap because we got out of it. But for the people that are in it, a lot of times they don't even understand it's a trap. They just think it's a good job. They think they got dental. I'm doing really good. You know, I got my own parking spots, got my name on it. And you're just a piece of a heartless, shitty machine that makes money. I think everyone looks forward to this utopian time where whatever motivates them, drives them, freaks them out right now can be set aside, the work is done, and you can just sort of like watch the sunset over the pond. And the problem is this utopian vision of the future that we have is probably a carrot that's on a stick that we'll just never reach. and we keep working hard to improve our society and our life and ourselves and our families and our relationships, hoping that one day we'll achieve this ultimate peace that will never come. When you're alone with your thoughts, you get an idea of what your thoughts actually are. If you live your life just acting constantly on the momentum of other people's expectations, of you wanting to be liked by these other people, you can run into a trap, and you set up a life that you didn't really want. You're trapped in this situation where you have a mortgage, you've got credit card bills, you've got student loans you have to pay, you have a bunch of shit going on that you have to continue to feed. And all that, and especially if you have a family and you have to feed them, oh my goodness, then you're fully locked in. You can't take any chances whatsoever. And oftentimes people make the mistake of getting stuck. And it is just a tactical mistake, just like it would be a mistake if you got stuck on a video game. Just like it would be a mistake if you followed a map incorrectly and you get stuck in the woods. Your life is certainly some sort of a journey. It's certainly some sort of a journey. And we have to all be aware that when we're making journeys, we're not going to always make the right steps. And sometimes you have to back up and try again. And if you're in a position where you can't back up and try again, you've trapped yourself. And the system will set out honeypots for people to get trapped in. The system will set out the ideas of retirement, the ideas of the golden years, providing you benefits, providing you a healthy work environment. Why? Well, because they want people to work for them. They don't want people to realize their own dreams and escape. And that's a pain in the ass. So you got to hire more people and train them. And they want to set it up so that you stick around. You stick around in some sort of an unsatisfying world. It's up to you to see that video game problem, to see that issue as it comes up on the map. And no, I think this is a right turn. To see all the problems that could potentially lay in front of you and calculate your future. And then also look around at all the people that didn't do it and look at the misery that they're in and learn that you don't want to be like them. And then look at the people that have kind of taken chances and navigated their way. What did they do differently? What objectivity do they have that maybe you lack? What insight into their own mistakes are they willing to delve into that you're not, that you step back and you go, I just don't want to look at myself that closely. But the person who's able to look at themselves the closest is going to get the more rational results. I completely agree with you, and we're going to get attacked for this by people who are unhappy with their choices in life. And that's a fact. You know, there's a bunch of people that will say, yeah, well, I have a family, so, it's a great idea for you to just go out there and go crazy. I have people to support. You need to listen. Stop saying that. Stop saying any of those things. Every single person who has ever done anything worthwhile or exceptional or difficult or extraordinary, anyone, whether it's great artists or authors or mathematicians or whatever the it is, everyone encounters difficulties. There is no easy road. It does not exist. It is impossible. Everyone has issues. If you have time to pursue a hobby, if you have time to do anything in your life, you can better yourself. And here's one way you never better yourself. When you come up with excuses for why other people are successful and you're not. That shit is fucking dangerous. When you give yourself an escape. Yeah, well, that's easy for you to say. You do this, you do. Trust me. Everybody has a hard road. A year ago. You're not who you were 5 years ago. You're not who you were last week. You're who you are now, and this is the only shit you have control over. So you gotta regulate how much you dwell on regrets of the past. You really gotta be careful, because it's good to have a little. Because my regrets, whether it's things of professional nature or the very few regrets friendship-wise, which is one thing that makes me very happy. But there's life is strange. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of factors happening in life. But for sure, who I am now wouldn't have ever happened if I didn't fuck up. If I didn't make those mistakes, I wouldn't have understand the importance of friendship and kindness. And if I hadn't been cruel at some point. You're making $15 an hour and you have children to feed. You have a dream. You have a risk. You have a thing to do and you're scared. And a lot of people would advise you to not take any risks in that situation. And that might be good advice because everybody's got a unique situation. Everybody's situation is totally, completely unique. And it's hard always. But my advice is always, you have to think of your life in terms of, first of all, it's a temporary situation. You have a finite amount of time, and it can be a good time or it can suck. Mm-hmm. And if it sucks,
you have to fight to change it as if your life depends on it, because it really does. It really does. The quality of your life depends on it. The quality of the experience depends on it.
Some of you might be wondering, what's with this meth lab I got going on here? It works. Storm took this thing out like a year or two ago, and I'm just using it till I can't use it anymore. You know, you work with what you got, and then one day you upgrade. This is what we got. So today, got the door in. Obviously, it'd be great to have a staircase built as well, but we got to get ready for all that heat coming our way in August, knocking on our door here. So you got the rest of the installation going in, the beams, a little bit of stuff got recorded off camera because you died, you took a nap, that's fine. We were recording so much that the camera died. So while you were sleeping, a little bit of work got done. Just don't want you to be alarmed when we go in there. So yeah, let's load it in there. I'm sure a bunch of you right now are probably wondering what the heck I'm doing, why I didn't just go higher, why I cut into the frame of the box. To that, be patient, there's a plan. And why I'm doing it, because I like doing stuff the hard way. Simple as that. So, I just want to take a moment to, it's not in yet, it's just placed in there, but I have to frame around it now so I have something to screw to more than just these walls. And I just want to take 2 seconds of everyone's time to appreciate, I mean, granted this is actually getting redone, but it's going to end up at the same point. Just the amount of luck here. Because this is the end of my counter, essentially. It actually would come out just a tear more, and it would literally end at the door perfectly. That's sheerly amazing. I can't believe that that's how lucky I got with just roughly eyeballing everything. And yeah, back to our schedule. Back to our scheduled program.
Most people, their associations are to avoid anything that's uncomfortable. But it's so illogical, because when you look at comfort and you look at success and progress and the feelings of accomplishment and of getting past certain hurdles in terms of like how you feel about life, a lot of those are connected to discomfort. Like, discomfort is your friend. It really is. Like, discomfort, not being happy and content with certain situations in life or certain feelings in life, they're massive motivators, and they're amazing at facilitating change. Instinct is to avoid those and just sit on the couch and watch some fucking reality show about dudes who make moonshine. Well, when I was 21 and I was first starting to do comedy, that's when I was really devouring as much of it as possible, because I was trying to figure out like how to not be so lazy, how to be motivated, how to get done, and how to like find the correct path and think about things correctly. I would follow all this personal power, like you had workshops that you would do, like little like notebooks and shit, fill out, and things to talk about and things to concentrate on. Like, if you did do it, it would help you. But really what it's all about is just getting it together and moving. Just go do something. Just doing it. Just doing it makes you do more. Like, do more hard makes you do more hard. Yeah. Understand that you want it bad, so you're willing to put in the work and do things you don't want to do. It's what makes you have that confidence that you know how to push through, and the mentality that I'm the type of dude who gets it done.
I love it when it's a perfect tight fit. I don't understand. This is something maybe someone watching can tell me in the future comments when this video gets seen 10 to 15 years from now. Maybe somebody will finally comment, and when I'm 60 years old I will finally learn why people glue these in, why they aren't just snug fit. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know if that's, you know, I'm just talking about like projects like trailers and box vans, and I've got a camper where they do the ceiling. Any like kind of custom project, why you would glue something like this in and not just make it really nice, snug, and fit? Like, I don't get it. But my camper, who I bought from somebody, does have that up in the ceiling. It has glued in pieces, and I don't know. Somebody comment on it on this video and tell me why, because I don't get it. So I've got all the insulation up in the ceiling, and we've got 3 more sheets and some scraps left, which is exactly this 1, 2, 3 full sheets, and there's some scraps on this wall. So we're looking pretty good. I gotta get this up here to hold this back piece because there's not a board here yet, and I'm kind of thinking about how I wanted to do the top board there, and there's a couple proper ways I thought of doing it, and I'm really tired. I think everybody kind of hits that point in any build, whether it's a car, a box van, a regular van, deck you're building, whatever, where you just, like, if you're working on it enough, man, you're tired. You're just tired. Tired of overthinking everything, tired of all the research, tired of all that stuff. You know, I work 40 hours and I got 2 kids and this going on. Plus, you know, life doesn't stop and wait for you. So anyway, I'm just gonna kind of put this board up here with the Phillips bit in the torque spot. Now we're gonna grab the torque bit, and I'm gonna make it look pretty later, because I like that plan and it sounds good to me. Of course, having a charged battery helps. Funny thing about these Craftsmans is they're the only, I mean, I've only used DeWalt in Milwaukee. I know someone with a Makita. Craftsman is the only one where, like, you gotta either push pretty hard to get that battery in, or just do what I do and give it a good pop. But it's a pretty significant engagement lock. This one's gonna be fun. Probably be pre-drilling. I need to pre-drill this one. Parts gonna split. Gotta drill somewhere. Oh, that's right, it's outside. So we're gonna just close our eyes. Don't look. Alright, now it's safe to look. I pre-drilled that while you were closing your eyes. I'm not lying to you. What? I'm talking to myself, but I'm not lying to you. I don't like this part. That's okay. It's just got a nut. On the bottom, gotta get secured. I do that. Yep. Talk to myself again. Yep.
Man, you guys are always hanging around. I wish I could put you to work. So as far as this gap right here, this is what I'm doing. It's a pretty big gap, so I might cram a couple pieces of insulation in there. I know that this one right here is going to go straight up, but it goes in about 7 or 8 inches, something like that. Yeah, that didn't work. Stop falling! Okay. I'm gonna have to stack this like welding beads. It's not staying. Stick. Oh, and if you're wondering how much I know about welding, very little. Which is good because we're going to be welding soon. Probably in the next video. Well, one can did not get me as far as I was hoping. That's why I buy the big cans. Maybe I'll get half if I'm lucky. Shake some. No, no. Alright. We'll call that done. That didn't get far. It's not on the floor so somebody can step on it during their day. It's always fun. This is also the Walmart brand, so I'm not too surprised I didn't get much. Came out like a rocket though. Didn't stick very well compared to the name brand stuff. I can tell already I'm gonna have to get this foam piece in after this. We're just gonna try to escape. Still kind of goes wherever it wants. Not a fan of the Walmart spray foam. We got one bay with 2 cans. It's a big area, but stuff. What is? I don't know. I don't know anything. For a second there, I didn't even know if it was recording. I know you guys are on the edge of your seats right now. I'm sure everyone is just tuned in, watching, talking like it's a freaking live show and it's not, but hey, whatever. Squeeze out the little last of it, and then you probably skip the head button now. Get a foam piece cut. Like a wall of spray foam here. I'm not even gonna use the rest. Oh man. Messed up my back sleeping wrong. Tape measure. So yeah, let's cut a piece of foam to fit and then go get some more spray foam. I had to cut that piece kind of quick because the spray foam was ganging up on me. I don't know which. I think this is the right end. Probably going to split this up. I don't want to. It's gonna be fun to put into place. Let's not push my car keys into the wall. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Woo! Put my big buck hats on. Oh, I'm glad I started the day with my back not hurting. Oh, yeah. Feels good. Oh, I think I got it there. Oh, she's a little snug. That's how we talked in a minute's notice. Come on. Come on. I know you want me to go in. Fine. Someone needs a little persuasion. Persuasion. Yes, that was a kitchen knife. Actually, funny story. I found that in this van when I bought it. A little more persuasion. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say that the spray foam is not going in any direction other than in there. Still probably isn't going to be enough because it really never expands as much as you think. Like they say, I always get the 3-inch gap stuff, and that's more like 1 inch, and the 1 inch is more like maybe a 1/4 inch. I mean, it doesn't. Yeah. Anything left in here? Yeah, I'll get a little in there. So So after going to Home Depot or Walmart because Home Depot's closed, I've got some more of the Worth. I think it stands for worthless, but they only put worth on it for the brand. I don't know. I don't get it. It seems to be kind of doing the job. It's not square foot. And so I got 4 cans of that and a can of GE. Same thing, pretty much. Except it doesn't say big gap or small gap, so this is really just to fill in the gap of quality, maybe. Because I only got 1 of these and 4 of these. See how they work. Just for fun, for experimentation purposes, we're gonna barely shake this one up. Because we're just gonna assume that the Walmart employees shook it pretty well, like when they unloaded it. That's my theory I'm running with. Holy crap. I came in like a wrecking ball. I mean, I'll give it to them for this. They have some serious compression in there. Like, I don't know if I hate these cans yet. I mean, $4 or $5 a can. Can't argue there. I mean, for not shaking it up, that wasn't too bad. On to can number 2. It's like I said, the Walmart employees probably shook it up pretty good. Not to mention the funny thing is, as I'm walking in the door, the security guard is bolting out, which I don't know if anyone knows this, but the security room is right near the exit door at Walmart, which, you know, makes sense if you think about it. Anyway, he's bolted out of the door, said something to the lady, you know, checking receipts, and just started like kind of jogging. And funny enough, I was headed back to the installation, and these kids were in like automotive area as they normally are. These 4 clearly dumbasses were like 16 years old. These 4 kids, just stupid written all over them. I wanted to actually like tell them that if I had the chance. I wanted to like be like, hey, you got stupid written all over you. Anyone looking at the security cameras can tell that. Anyway, of course he was looking for these 4 dumbasses because they probably stole something. I mean, yeah, I was young once too. I get it. Not much to say about that, I guess. Too bad 16-year-old boys aren't like they used to be back in like the olden days. It used to be, you were 16, you were a man, you were fighting, you were killing, you were getting married. Well, now 16-year-olds are treated with such disrespect, like no driver's license, no alcohol, no tobacco, no nothing. And it's kind of fair because of how they act, but I don't know, maybe if the laws were different, maybe they'd be different. Maybe if 16-year-olds could drink and smoke and drive and whatever, maybe they would be more responsible because they would, let's all admit, they'd either be in jail or dead. I'm kind of digging this stuff now. Like once I figure out how to use it, I mean, I'm building a wall with it, so you have to know how to kind of use spray foam pretty well. I feel like I should get you a better angle at this. But you've got such a great angle at my side of my head. You're like the sniper I never wanted. I'm getting very close to the part where I need to cut a piece of foam and shove it in here really fast. I'm gonna have to shoot this with a new can. There's a little gap up there I didn't get. Oh, that was 2 cans? Yeah, we're doing all right.
Glad I got that 5th one.
All right, we got that. And this is the bottom. It's upside down. We get to play my favorite game, where we shoot it with some foam and we see if it fits. See if we miss the can.
Come on. I definitely hate how these caps come off. I'm just kidding, I make it look hard. I'm really good at doing that. It's not as hard as people think. See?
Oh, actually, that gap filled up pretty good. No, it's still there. And we'll just fill it up a little more. That's a lot. Just pray and spray. You should put that on the can. Just spray and pray. I'd buy that can. Pray it comes out. Pray that you bought enough. Pray. There's a brand name for spray foam. Preg. Under instructions, it just says spray and pray. Yeah, I'd buy that. Yeah, inside. Bottom slips in, kinda. Kinda. Help if I cut straight. But then you wouldn't get that nice tap in. That's pretty sweet fitment. Woo! Good to go. It's empty another can. Yeah, we definitely got enough to finish. I gotta keep moving fast enough, you know, for the video. All these people doing these unedited videos where they just talk and entertain people and do stuff. I'm not used to that. I'm used to just speeding stuff up and playing motivational music or really whatever is interesting. Gotta switch it up though. Can't shake this up too much. I mean, otherwise, people at Walmart got nothing to do. Like a rocket. Not gonna need that GE can of Will It Fit. Probably pull this out if I want it to fit. Oh, it's gonna be messy. It's kind of falling down. I put this in there. It's not gonna actually do that. That should be 25 and a half. I'm gonna lose one of these rounds. That's not 25 and a half. 25 grade piece. Oh yeah, I've got to have the right piece. I didn't think I might put it on finally. Snug. Will it fit? It's hard on. Had to be the corner. I mean, I cut it way too tight. Almost got the bottom in.
equation here. Sweet. Now all we've got left is a couple small pieces and get our ceiling up, get our walls up, and it really might start looking like something in here. It's pretty late. I'm already drinking out of my nice Constitution glass. But we've got a couple pieces that we've got to finish up. I just put this one in back here. And if I had a little spray foam, I'd be hitting a bunch of little gaps that I got. Hit that gap over there. I mean, you can't really see it, but you know, in the corner. And we're out of, that was the GE can. We're all done. And we've got another long little skinny eye over there. So 1, 2, 3. Three and a half, we'll call it. Let's knock them out.
Broken bones, bruises from years of high school ball. I got a busted up knee that flares up every fall. I never missed a game, I earned that ring. Every single scar, yeah, and I got them all from working hard. Well, I had my eye on that 96 step-side Chevrolet. I made myself a promise that it'd be mine someday. So I spent my whole summer baling hay and mowing yards.
We got her in. Got her in good. Let's do a little face spin here. Got it all insulated. I mean, I'm sure there's little bits and pieces there and there, here and there, on the wall back here with the kitchen, but like under the, I know there's a little bit in the back, but I'm also insulating the back seat cab area, so, and under the bed and under my feet, so we're not done. But this little guy got in. So let's see what's next.